All right, welcome back, everybody. We continue our conversation with the Democratic Alliance's parliamentary or national spokesperson, Phumzile van Damme. Phumzile, again, thank you very much for joining us and staying with us on the program. So, as I say, we're going to just take a different angle now and talk about the events that unfolded last week with the cabinet reshuffle and the reaction thereafter. Let's get your reaction to that right now on the record. How did you all feel when you heard those announcements in the wee hours of the morning?
I was actually on a flight at the time, and I'd seen on social media that there was going to be an announcement by the president of the cabinet reshuffle. I boarded my flight at 10 to 11, a little bit just before the press conference and announcement. So obviously I stayed up all night and I couldn't sleep because I was really worried about, what the president was going to announce. And then when I landed and then saw that it essentially was a bloodbath as described in many newspaper headlines in the country, we were quite worried about the state of the country, where we're going, and as dear leader Mmusi Maimane then announced, we took the decision to the High Court to ask that it be reviewed. The High Court said that we needed to put a little bit more work and give a bit more meat to that application, which we will be doing this week. But we certainly do not think that the president exercised his prerogative power correctly, and we will be taking this matter to court on review. We also have tabled a motion of no confidence in the president, which we hope that members of the ANC who are disgruntled will vote with us in this motion of no confidence. A number of prominent ANC leaders and members of parliament have already approached our leader to say that they would like to support us in this motion, and they will also consult with other people in the party. Mmusi Maimane is also meeting today. He's convened a meeting of opposition leaders where a discussion will happen about what action we can take jointly to make sure that President Jacob Zuma is dealt with. And on Friday we will also be marching to Luthuli House, because we think that the issue is actually much broader than just Jacob Zuma. It's about the ANC as a party. Jacob Zuma is because of the ANC. He has been allowed by his party to basically run amok. So we want to take that issue to Luthuli House and say that your president is causing huge problems in the country. Can you please deal with him?
So we've had obviously a series of no confidence votes against President Jacob Zuma that we've all watched on, and we've all seen them fail over and over again. Do you honestly believe that this time you're actually going to get a different result out of it?
Well, I think we have a duty as the official opposition to hold the ANC and the executive to account. And actually, it's not just a duty to opposition parties, but all members of parliament. We have an oath. We sign an oath to make sure where we commit that we will hold the executive to account. So it's a duty that extends to all members of parliament. If some members of parliament choose not to uphold that duty, that is something that they must answer to their constituents and to the South African public. So we're hoping that this time the ANC will do the right thing. They will, rid South Africa of a president who is really, really dragging our country down.
Yeah, we didn't see much coming out of the press conference yesterday with the Speaker of Parliament, Baleka Mbete. Obviously, she cut short a trip. She held a press conference yesterday, not much coming out of that, because she's obviously got to see whether or not she can pull everybody back into Parliament, because it is on recess. Are you confident it will go ahead this week? Because as far as we're understanding, you are wanting it to go ahead this week.
Absolutely. That was the most non-press conference ever. She could have just issued a press statement. Perhaps she wasn't enjoying Bangladesh very much and wanted to come back and meet with the ANC top six. But that press conference was most certainly not, nothing new was given. The Speaker is under legal obligation in terms of the judgment of the court in the Mazibuko case, where it was held that motions of no confidence need to be held within reasonable time. We believe that Parliament needs to be recalled. It's currently on recess. It needs to be recalled to deal with what is an urgent and important matter. It cannot wait. The Speaker must make a decision. She must apply her mind independently. She said that she wants to consult, and obviously that consultation needs to happen. She wants to have the consultation with Lutsuli House and the ANC top six. It's a matter that she needs to decide on independently as a Speaker of Parliament, and we believe that this matter needs to be scheduled quite urgently, so it can be dealt with by members of Parliament.
All right, just as a final and a very quick closing note, you mentioned the Friday this week, the 7th of April. I mean, we've been seeing messages all over the place, social media. I must have been inundated yesterday with WhatsApps and messages. It's crazy what's happening. Are you calling for a shutdown on Friday? Is this going ahead where you're asking all South Africans to literally shut South Africa down?
Well, no, that is most certainly not the DA's message on Friday. What we've done is that we've asked members of the public, we've asked members of civil society, we've asked members of other political formations to join us on Friday to march to Luthuli House to say to the ANC, we have had enough of Jacob Zuma. Please rid us of this person who's bringing our country down. So our message is most certainly not a shutdown. I mean, we encourage South Africans to express their unhappiness with what has happened. That needs to happen within the bounds of the law. We encourage people to sign petitions, to write to members of Parliament, to write to the ANC, to organize their own protests, or do whatever it is that they can do to make sure that their voice is heard. And what we're saying at the DA is that on Friday we're asking everyone to join us in this march, to take this matter to where it actually is decided, to Luthuli House. It's not a matter that's decided at the Union buildings. Jacob Zuma and the ANC are one. Jacob Zuma is because of the ANC. He has been given the space to do what he does by the ANC. So we believe that matter needs to be taken to where it will be mostly heard.
All right, let's leave it there. Thank you very much for talking to us. That's the DA spokesperson, Phumzile van Damme, talking to us from our parliamentary studios. Let's take a break here on the programme. News a little bit late this morning, but it'll happen just after 7. Do stay tuned.